Hello, Cosmos, Ohana, World. Soul Dr. Nick here, and today is Magic Mirror Work, March 6th, 2025. Again, this is for me, by me, through me. If you choose to watch it, you're welcome to. That's why I'm putting it online. And it's not posted in real time because I realize that's not the important thing. I've recorded every single day since, I think, 12 days before the end of January. And I'm going to practice keep doing that because I want to keep seeing me more and more. The whole point of this is for me to see, oh yeah, still, even in the sunshine, double lid, more single lid, slightly more closed. It is about 8:30, 9 o'clock, probably around 9 o'clock a.m. on this Thursday morning. I'm on the rooftop patio. The sun is shining beautifully. It's getting so warm, actually a little bit too warm, which is fantastic. And all the steam is rising because it's drying things out, which I'm really grateful for. And I'm just giving myself to land a little bit. I got on an unexpected call with a dear friend. She arrived at our booked call a week early, and I didn't know that for sure, so I jumped on the call right away. And then I checked my calendar, I was like, oh, it's a week early, that's why I'm late. And I love being here with you, so why not have this call anyway, right? And it's being able to see both. Because before I would have been like, oh my God, I can't believe this. And now I'm like, so what? So what that this is happening? I'm hoping that the water is not seeping through my backpack and into the papers, and that's okay. That's why I'm just concerned right now. I have in my backpack right now the full printout for the breakthrough method with Dr. John Demartini, and I'm working on it. As you've seen in the last couple of days, if you've watched them, which you don't need to, is I've been working through gathering how to make the most of this experience. That's what I'm realizing now, is those parts that say how to make the most of this experience is really important. And even though we're creating all the follow-up for our experience, we want to start writing down a little bit of a document of how to make the most of the experience with Ohana Sage, Ohana Breath, and make it really clear, make it really simple, over and over again, reminding people how to make the most of the experience because that's what they want to do. Let's be honest, each one of us wants to make the most of our experiences. Often it's just because we forget how, or it feels scary, and how do I keep inviting myself back in? Sometimes we like to say, and I like to say, I don't know. But most of the time, the I don't know is just another false cover. I don't know is way easier than saying, I know, but I don't want to execute. I know, but I'm scared to execute. I know, but there's a part of me that's worried about if I execute and actually get it, what might happen. And that's why I realized, I was like thinking the other day, oh my God, I'd like to start practicing talking to the next generation, especially, instead of saying, we can't do that. This is what happens. It's like, these are the things we haven't figured out yet. We haven't figured out yet in this modern world how to not chop down all the trees and still not have forest fires all the time. We haven't learned how to save money on electricity and not have flickering lights that probably might not be serving us. We haven't figured out how to keep our windows closed all the time and still have good airflow so that we're actually promoting a healthy environment inside. There's so many things that we haven't figured out yet. But then I took a look, it's like, it may not be that we haven't figured out yet, it just hasn't been implemented yet. And I got reminded of that because the Wright brothers learned how to fly, I can't remember what year it was, but for over a decade after that, after their first flight, it was a nothing. Because it didn't permeate that reality had just been broken. The current reality had been broken. And it was only after that reality finally got broken that it started spreading so quickly. And then the reality of someone breaking the 4-minute mile. Oh, now this is possible. All these things are possible, but it doesn't spread out right away. It's not instantaneous. So perpetual energy may already exist. The great way to break down plastics may already exist. All the things, the curing of cancer, all these things may already exist. They're just not permeating the general cosmos, the general ethos for whatever reason. And so I remind myself of that because sometimes like, oh, this needs to be invented. It's like, no, this just needs to be disseminated. Part of my work isn't inventing something new. It's just disseminating it in a different way. I'm taking in so much stuff from so many people and bringing it out in a different way. I'm not the first person to come to these levels of consciousness. I just happen to be sharing it in my own way and having fun with it. And then taking a break. Like even this magic mirror work, there may be other people who have been doing it for longer than me, and that's okay. Sometimes it's so easy to forget because in our society right now, it's like, who's first? What's the comparison? What's better? It's like, oh, that person's doing so well. There's not even a point in trying. It's like, wait a second. Am I trying to beat them? Which if I am, can be a driver and also such a rate limiting step because it's not unlocking my full potential, versus can I do this because I love it, I want to do it, and spontaneously, creatively, it's what's coming up right now. And that's the thing. And so most people are coming to, I got to create content. Oh, it's so hard. And I was doing that too. And part of it was because in the creation, I thought I have to create, I have to post, I have to figure all that stuff out. And like right now, I'm like, no, I'm going to keep practicing creating because creating is a lot of fun right now. What happens next is going to be what happens next. And will a team come together to help me? Will this never come to fruition and become anything other than for me? That's okay. That's part of the reason why this is magic mirror work. I know that if I look into myself in the mirror for 1,000 hours and keep staring, something is going to change. It's like meditating. For me, that self-mastery path is really important. Meditation, breath, new calm, transcendental meditation, the way meditation, magic mirror work, microdosing, all of these things, oh my God, it's delicious to my soul. It's delicious to my soul. And that's part of the alchemy of me. And as I'm doing this and taking my time, I'm making space for others to find the alchemy of them. And I love it. I love the alchemy. Without the alchemy, what's going on? And I'm going to share this alchemy. I'm going to share my own formula, my own recipe, not to say it's the right recipe. If it's the best recipe for you right now, until you start playing and experimenting with your own recipe more, great. And if you start playing and experimenting with your own recipe within my recipe, great. And I love that I'm clear enough and certain enough that I have this powerful container I've already created with a soul immersion. And very soon you're going to see the launch of our retreat that we're partnering with my dear friend Brent. And it's over and over again, you're going to see me evolving in my certainty of these programs. I'm already certain. And can you imagine there's exponential layers of certainty above this? That's the piece that's always fun. And I tell people now, in every yes, there's a no, and every no, there's a yes. And the other day I was talking to someone like, I'm hitting rock bottom. I would do anything. Cool. How about this? Oh, I'm noticing the no's are more than the yes. Cool. Notice how you said you would do anything and then the no's come out because you realize that you don't want to be here, but you're still not quite sure you want to burn all the bridges because this bridge seems harder. So I'm going to record that message in a second because that's the message I want to and need to send. And so much more. And so much more. Oh, I'm excited to send that message. So let's pause this, let's record that message, and then we'll come back to more magic mirror work. Ciao for now.